Hello, this is Pastor Mike Griffin from Sierra Presbyterian Church with another devotional to encourage you. This one is called The Greater Good. For many of us, the continued spread of the coronavirus has brought unique challenges. For some, particularly, those challenges include or relate to our freedoms. And Sunday mornings, we've been talking about the Ten Commandments and how God has invited us into a life of freedom. He's rescued us out of sin and death and invites us into this new life of freedom, a life that's worth living. Well, presently, we're challenged in that life by restrictions as a result of the spread of the coronavirus. And for many of us, when it impinges upon our freedoms, that is hard. I'm thinking about this related to wearing masks. I don't like wearing a mask, but I recognize for the greater good right now, it's important that we mask up in worship and in other public settings. Not only because our governor has said or required that we should do that, or that our county has asked for churches to do that, but also because, as our strategic regathering team has recognized, it is for the greater good. In 1 Corinthians 10, verses 23 to 25, it says, "I have the right to do anything, you say, but not everything is beneficial. I have the right to do anything, but not everything is constructive. No one should seek their own good, but the good of others." So why do we mask up? Not fundamentally or ultimately because the governor says we have to, not even because our county has mandated that for when we gather and worship, but we mask up ultimately for the greater good, recognizing not only is that for our own good and protecting us from illness, but also protecting others from us. You know, the Ten Commandments are both meant to protect us from the harm that can come to us if we don't obey them, but they're also meant to protect others from us if we were to act out of sin and act out of the way that God has designed and planned our lives. God has our greater good, but also the greater good of others in mind. So whether it's masking up or whether it's obeying the Ten Commandments, God has a plan and purpose for us. He wants it to be both a blessing to us and a blessing to others. So I invite us to respond in living this new kind of life that God has for us, both for our good, but also for the greater good. And I invite you to mask up when you come to worship here at Sierra Presbyterian Church for the good of all. May God bless you. Amen.